Hello and welcome. Let me ask you a question. Is your downloads folder a digital crime scene? You know exactly what I mean. A chaotic mess of screenshots, old PDFs, random videos, and that one zip file you don't remember downloading. It's a digital headache. Manually sorting, that is one of the most boring tasks on a computer. But what if you could build a Python script that does it all for you automatically? Today, you're going to learn how to build a personal file Roomba, a script that scans a messy folder and neatly sorts everything into organized subfolders. This is a super practical project, and it perfectly shows the real power of Python for automation. Let's break down how it works. All right, here's the plan, which you can see on this slide. Our script needs a brain. It needs to know that a .jpg file belongs in an images folder and a .pdf belongs in a documents folder. For this, we'll use a Python dictionary, which will act as the bouncer for our folders, telling each file where to go. Then, we'll use two of Python's built-in superpowers, the OS module to scan the folder and check files, and the shutil module to actually move the files. Shutil sounds like a space shuttle, and honestly, for file management, it's almost as powerful. Let's look at the first block of code. The brain of our operation is this dictionary you see on the screen now. We call it file type mappings. This is where we define our sorting rules. For this example, we're telling Python that .jpg and .png files go to an images folder. All our .pdf and .docx files will go to a documents folder. And of course, .mp4 files go into videos. You can customize this dictionary with any file type you can imagine. Next up, how do we scan the folder? Let's look at the next slide. Here you can see we import the OS module. It's Python's way of talking to your operating system. The code gets the folder path from the user and then calls os.listdir, open parenthesis path, close parenthesis. This one command gives us a Python list containing every single item in that folder. After that, you can see we start a for loop to process each file name in that list, one by one. Now for the really clever part. Inside our loop, we need to figure out what kind of file we're dealing with. We don't care about the whole file name, just the extension at the end. As you can see in this code block, we use os.path.splitExt. This function is perfect for the job. It splits a file name like my_photo.jpg into two clean parts, my_photo and jpg. We only need that second part. Once we have the extension, we look it up in our dictionary. But what if we find a file type we didn't plan for, like a .tmp file? We don't want our script to crash. That's why we use the .get method. We tell it to use a default folder name, like others, if it can't find the extension in our map. It's our essential safety net. Finally, we use os.makeDars to create the destination folder if it's not already there. The exist OK equals true part is crucial. It prevents errors if the folder already exists. All right, now for the magic. How do we actually move the file? On this last code slide, you can see we import the shutil module. With our source path and our destination path all figured out, we just call one single powerful function, shutil.move. That's it. That one line does all the heavy lifting of moving the file from the messy folder into its new organized home. The little print statement below it is just for us so we can see a log of what the script is doing. Let's put it all together. Let's imagine you've assembled the full script. You run it from your terminal and give it the path to your chaotic folder. The slide you're looking at now shows the result. In seconds, the script scans every file, creates the necessary subfolders like images, documents, and videos, and moves everything into its proper home. The Others folder catches anything you didn't plan for. It's that fast, that simple, and that powerful. If you felt that aha moment imagining those files sorting themselves, just think about what else you could build. This file organizer is just one of the 10 practical, real-world projects you'll build in my ebook, Python KickStart. We go from command line tools like this all the way to building graphical desktop apps, scraping websites for data, and connecting to live internet APIs. Each chapter builds on the last, giving you the skills and the confidence to go from a complete beginner to someone who can actually build a portfolio of impressive projects. So if you're ready to stop just learning theory and start building, The link to grab your copy of Python KickStart is right there in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more practical Python projects. Now go and automate something. Happy coding.